of course. I hope everybody's doing well. Spring is springing here in the Greater Toronto area of Canada, of Ontario, Canada. And so I'm experiencing spring. The end of winter and the beginning of spring. And I don't know how many more times I'm going to be here for this transition, family. Anyway, I'm enjoying it while I can. Imagine this story. Imagine somebody, let's say in the last 4 years, losing a best friend of more than 30 years. A marriage, a relationship, a home, 2 cars, career, 85% of their family, 67%, 75% of their, it's crazy. The amount of loss that this one person experienced. Imagine that. Imagine this one person experienced that. That's a lot of loss. That's not normal. Like, everything though? Like, I get it. Like, and so, family, I know, I'm talking about me. I've lost it all. And maybe I should expand it to 6 or 7 years if I want to include marriage. Maybe even 8, right? In the last 7 to 8 years, all of the loss that I've experienced. And it's not normal. At least I don't think it's normal. And I don't, like, I didn't do it. Like, I only did things that tried to serve myself and the family members. And yet here we are. Made the best decisions at each time with the information that I had at the time. I abided by those agreements, which I can't remember them all, but I'm gonna try. I shouldn't say I can't. Let me try. You're supposed to be impeccable with your word. I try to do that. I try my best at everything I do. Doesn't matter what it is. I did that. I can't remember the other 2. But there's 2 more, but I did them too. Trust me, I try really hard. My youngest would call me a try hard. But isn't that what you're supposed to do? Try hard? But anyway, I think what she's referring to is like a kiss, like a teacher's pet. And that was never. I was always in trouble. Well, not always, but teacher's pet I would not fall into the category of, I don't think. Except for maybe Miss Lation. But Miss Lation had lots of students that she vibed good with. Anyway, family. How can one person experience so much loss? This can't be normal. Again, my best friend. We met when we were 14. Like, what? Anyway, obviously relationships, they come and go, right? There's a lot of moving parts involved in them, so yeah, I get it. Like 75%, like let's call it 90% of your family, maybe even more, upwards of 90% of your family in the last few years. Like cousins I used to spar with, not answering calls, and it's okay, like I get it, but it's the amount of loss in terms of family that I've experienced is crazy. My whole career, livelihood, the way I fed my babies, I lost that. Like, what else did I lose, family? Oh, material things, they don't really matter. I've lost cars. I'm going to be candid, I've had 2 cars repossessed. And I didn't lose my home, but I sold it for like peanuts. Like, what? Like, that's a lot of loss for one person, like in a condensed amount of time. Because this has all happened really since 2020. Maybe 2018, right? 2018, so it's been a long time. And it's like, what? Like, and I get it, and I like to review like my actions to see, okay, where did I go wrong? How did I end up drawing this to me? Or why did this happen? Or what did I do that I could have done differently to have a different result? And I always go over every situation, and I cannot see, I only acted in integrity. And me acting in integrity has caused me to lose so much. Now, don't get me wrong. I know that everyone and things are exactly as they're supposed to be. Everything that I've lost were things that were meant to be lost. Oh, because what is for you will be with you and for you. Right? And if it's not, it won't. And all of that is okay. Right? So I trust in our Creator. And then that our Creator, the universe, God, has the best plan for us. And so if I've lost all of this, at least for the journey that I'm on now, it's a journey that I was meant to walk alone in. Without material possessions. This is all for my greater good, and I know that. And so this is not normal. Maybe lots of people are going through this. You know what? That's what I wish I could connect with them so we can like encourage each other and support one another and vent to one another, because it's hard for anybody to fathom this kind of profound and prolonged and plentiful loss. But everything is of balance. So I know as far as the pendulum swings one way, is that the pendulum swings the other. And so I feel already that the pendulum has began to swing in the other direction, away from loss. And I've always known that it would. I don't know how, I just know. Because I trust in God. And then that everything is happening and transpiring for my greater good, no matter how hard it is, or I know it's transpiring for my greater good. I know it. And it will reveal itself when it's time. But of course it's on the universe's timing, not mine. It's not my timing. And I've come to accept that. And again, it brings me peace. It brings peace. Trust me. And I'm not gonna lie, and I'm having one of those days today. I would say maybe 6 to 10 weeks. Yeah, it's not, maybe 6 to 12 weeks. It's not very often. Yeah, it's not as often as 6, maybe 8 to 12 weeks that I have a day where it's just like funky. Where were we in March? Maybe with the last one was maybe December. So anyway, yeah. And they come just whatever, and you don't stay there. right? I'm not like we're human, you know. And I realize that. Oh my goodness, especially with all the loss that I've experienced. If my down days are only every if I have one down day every 8 to 12 weeks, that's doing good. So I give myself grace. I talk to myself in a comforting way. I allow myself to feel that way. You got to. But then I always encourage myself as well to move on. Right? Because each day we wake up breathing, we have a chance to do something different. It's so awesome. And so that's what's up, family. It's probably a long message. Yeah, we're at 10 minutes. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this message. Look at this. I'm usually on the other side. I decided to walk across today, and somebody's, pathed that out really nicely. So I'm having a beautiful walk talking to you guys. Anyway, thank you for taking the time to listen to this message, family. I love and I value each and every one of you. One love.